Hi everyone, so today I'm giving you a full demo / review of the Wet n Wild Pro Bunny brush line. There are 8 cruelty-free vegan brushes in this collection and they range from $5.95 to $7.95, so they're extremely affordable, and if you'd like to see how to use them, then just keep watching. Firstly, I'm going in with theBalm's Meet Matte Trimony Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm taking this shade Matte Lopez on the Wet n Wild P75 Tapered Blending Brush. I usually wouldn't use a synthetic brush like this one for applying and blending shadows in the crease, but this one works really well. It picks up colour nicely, it doesn't feel scratchy on the skin, and when I'm working with shadow, it just blends out the product very easily. Now I'm taking a deeper brown on that same taper blending brush, and I'm beginning by tapping the eyeshadow down on the outer third of the lid and then using circular motions to fade the shadow in that area, and then using some windshield wiper motions to buff the remaining colour across the crease. Now I'm using the P15 Dome Pencil brush, and I'm going to move on to the lower lash line, and what I've done to the top I'm doing to the bottom, so I'm just sweeping some of the light terracotta shade down along there, followed by the dark brown, and this brush is the perfect size for getting down along that area. Next, I'm taking a black eyeshadow, and because I'm going in with a very dark colour to add some depth, I'm sticking with that smaller brush. So again, I'm taking the P15 Dome Pencil brush, patting the black along the outer third of the eye, and you can blend really easily with this brush too, but if you prefer, you can go and apply the shadow with the small dome brush, and then blend out with a larger one like I'm doing now. I've added liner and lashes and now moving on to the face. So I'm using the Precision Foundation brush, and this has a little dent in the centre, so what I like to do is I like to apply my foundation in that area and then blend onto the skin. I think that little dent is really handy if, let's say, you want to sheer out your foundation. You could pop a small bit of moisturiser in there first, followed by a pump of the foundation, and then apply, and it gives a really nice effect to the skin. This brush blends foundation beautifully. It doesn't leave a streaky finish, or it doesn't apply the foundation in a patchy manner. I love the shape for getting around all areas of the face. I'd also use this for cream concealer and contour too due to its shape. It would prove effective for those purposes as well. Now I'm picking up the Precision Flat Face brush, and I don't actually own a brush like this. I decided to use it to blend my concealer onto the skin today. Because of its size, it fits snugly around the eye area. I can get right in at that tear duct, and because these brushes are synthetic, they work really well with cream products in particular. I would also use this brush for spot concealing because it's small and I'd be able to apply the concealer quite precisely as the name of the brush suggests. To set everything in place, I'm taking the large powder brush, and something else that I really like about these brushes is the fact that you have a little dip just down from the ferrule that your finger or thumb fits into when you're working. It just allows you to get a nice grip on the brush and work quite comfortably. Again, that's something that's unique to these brushes in my collection anyway. None of my others have this feature. To contour the face now, I'm using the flat contour brush, and this is one of my favourites from the range. The brush is nice and densely packed, but you've still movement to the bristles, so I pat down the product into the hollows of my cheeks, and then I shimmy the brush up and down to soften that line, and it blends the product just as well as it applies it, and if you like a nice defined contour, then this is the brush for you. To apply my blush, I'm taking the P70 blush brush, and this brush is larger than one I would typically use for blush. I use something smaller and more precise, but because this brush was larger and fluffier, it stopped me from over applying my blush, which I really liked, and I use this brush to apply my powder and bronzer as well. Finally then, I'm taking the Tapered highlighting brush and I'm highlighting the face. I find this brush lightly applies highlighter, which is ideal if you like a subtle look, but if you don't and you want your highlighter to be seen from space, you can achieve that look as well. You just need to reapply a couple of times and it builds the product up nicely on the face. I quite like this brush too, and it's the perfect size. But then that's it, so I'm really pleased with how these brushes perform. They're so cheap and work amazingly well. They look far more expensive than they actually are, and I've been using them solidly since I got them. Just to show you too, they wash very well, they cleaned up nicely, and I've washed them a few times so far, and I haven't had a problem with shedding. Minimal staining, but that doesn't bother me. I still rate them a 10 out of 10, and if you enjoyed this video, let me know and I'll chat to you all soon.